Okay guys, in this video we're going to talk about some different ideas with similar solids, specifically similarity, or with solids, specifically similarity and congruence, and what that means. Okay, so we're given these two prisms are congruent. Okay, so the surface area of this figure, figure 1, is 20 inches squared, and the volume is 30 inches cubed, and we want to figure out what is the surface area and volume of this as well. Well, we know that these are congruent, so the surface area must then be congruent. Okay, so this should equal 20 inches squared and 30 inches cubed. All right. So if we know that two shapes are congruent, then we know that their surface areas, their volumes, all the lines, and all the angles are congruent. Okay, let's go over here. What's the ratio? So we have two cylinders here, and it looks like they're given as similar. So what's the ratio of the surface areas and the volumes? Okay, what's the ratio of the surface area and the volumes? Well, since we know that these are similar, we know that A to B is equal to 3 to 2. Okay, so we'll call this A and B. Okay, so we know this to be true. So the question is, what is the ratio of the surface areas? Well, then we know that A squared to B squared equals 9 to 4. Okay. And we know that the ratio of A cubed to B cubed equals 27 to, it looks like 8. Okay. So let's say I give you that the volume of this, let's say that the volume of this then, without knowing any other information, well, I guess if you have the radius you can figure out the height, and so apply that to here. But a quicker way is, let's say the volume of that is equal to 80, let's say meters cubed. Okay, I want to find the volume of this. Okay, we can use this sort of scale factor idea, and instead of finding the height, using the scale factor, and then going back and applying the height here, that's sort of a lot like using this information, translating it to this information, and then redoing more calculations. You can just use this information, create a ratio, and very quickly finish up. So we know that basically 27 over 8 must equal x, or we'll call it v, over, we know that this is 80. Okay. So v, in this case, is going to equal 270 meters cubed. So very quickly, this is much quicker, I think, than going back, finding the height, translating it via scale factor to this height, and then recalculating the volume using that new height. So this is a way that we can use that to sort of shortcut, to have a shortcut in these type of problems. Okay, last problem. Are these shapes similar, congruent, or neither? Okay, these two shapes, are they similar, congruent, or neither? If congruent or similar, state the scale factor, as well as the scale factor of the surface areas and volumes. Okay, so we don't know. In this one I said these are congruent, I said these are similar. Here we have to figure it out. Well, we're given that these sides are congruent. The angles of the base are congruent. Okay. So we should figure out, is 12 to 8, does 12 to 8, is that equal to 9 to 6? Does that equal 9 to 6? Okay. In fact, 12 to 8 does equal 9 to 6, so that is true. Okay, both of these equal 3 over 2. So the scale factor, the second question is if these are similar, right? So similar, not congruent. They're similar. And it says if they're similar, state the scale factor. So the scale factor is 3 to 2. Okay, so that's answer 2. All right. And answer 3 says, or question 3 says, find the surface area, the ratio of the surface area and volume. Well, we know if A to B is 3 to 2, then A squared to B squared equals 9 to 4. Okay. And again, A cubed to B cubed is 27 to 8. To 8. Let me write that a little clearer. Okay. Hopefully then this helped you guys see how we can apply surface area, volume, scale factor, and how those work with similar, congruent, or neither similar nor congruent solids. Throughout this, I hope you guys got a decent idea. In this problem specifically, this is a way that you can really find a shortcut, specifically on a standardized test, SAT, ACT type of thing. It could take you a long time to sort of go back and forth between these, but this would be much quicker doing this, in my opinion. So hopefully you guys learn that. You can do a few more practice problems and then become really solid with it. Thanks for watching.